NCIS returns to our screens next month for its 20th season, and it has recently been revealed that in preparation for the hit police procedural show's return, the creators have announced a big crossover event which will reintroduce the mammoth hit, and fans cannot wait to see what they have up their sleeves. Today, we're discussing NCIS kicking off Season 20 with a huge crossover event, so don't go anywhere. Let's jump straight in and discuss this big crossover event. There's no denying the unparalleled success of NCIS since it first kicked off almost 2 decades ago, and fans are set for twice the excitement once it returns, as it won't be alone. The 20th season will kick off this September, but alongside it will be the first episode of the latest season of its spin-off show, NCIS Hawai'i. Fans are understandably delighted with the news, which will kick off with a 2-hour premiere event on Monday, September 19th, which will see Vanessa Lachey and Jason Antoon's character arrive on NCIS to take part in a global military exercise. And this will signal the second time the two shows have crossed over, as Wilmer Valderrama and Katrina Law have appeared on the spin-off in the past. The pair will more than likely act as intermediaries in the episode, as they have worked with the Hawaiian team in the past. It's thought that this time around, Sean Murray's Agent McGee could also appear in the crossover event, as well as the main man himself, Agent Alden Parker, played by Gary Cole. However, it's so far unclear how much DC and how much Hawai'i will feature in the episodes. Whatever happens, we're sure that the first 2 episodes of the crossover will be fantastic, and we cannot wait to see what happens. Give us your predictions of what you think will go down below. So what do we know about the episodes? Stay tuned to find out. Well, the first NCIS episode of Season 20 will be followed straight after by the first episode of the second season of NCIS Hawai'i. The 2 shows will fill the 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. slots on CBS, with the first episode focusing on the original show. The show will open by hopefully tying up Parker's storyline from where we left off in Season 19, and the official synopsis reads, following the cliffhanger Season 19 finale, with Special Agent Alden Parker, Gary Cole, still on the run with his ex-wife Vivian, Terry Polo, the team investigates who from his past might have a personal vendetta against him in hopes of clearing Parker's name. Enlisting the help of NCIS Hawaii's Special Agent Jane Tennant, Vanessa Lachey, and computer specialist Ernie Malik, Jason Antoon, we are in town meeting with director Leon Vance, Rocky Carroll, in preparation for a global military exercise. The group tracks down their prime suspect, the Raven. The NCIS Hawai'i Season 2 premiere will focus on Tennant's team, as well as Torres and Knight's attempts to track the Raven down to the island of Oahu, where it seems he's hell-bent on attacking RIMPAC, the world's largest international maritime warfare exercise. Some have suggested that Mark Harmon could be set to appear on the show once again, but there has so far been no confirmation of this. What do you guys see happening in each season's premiere? Let us know below. What happened in the first crossover event then? Let's see. As we mentioned, Nick Torres and Jessica Knight appeared on the first season of NCIS Hawai'i earlier this year, and the highly anticipated crossover was a huge hit with fans. Actors Wilmer Valderrama and Katrina Law met up with Vanessa Lachey's Jane Tennant, with Torres teaming up once again with Tennant. The first half of the crossover event saw the pair chasing down a new lead on an old case they had previously worked, before their car flips after being ambushed. The episode ends, and straight away jumps into NCIS Hawai'i, where Tennant's team are on hand to help out Torres and Knight in a bid to get to the bottom of what happened. Interestingly, Katrina Law and Wilmer Valderrama didn't actually film their scenes together due to a scheduling conflict, and Law's character, Knight, quickly becomes big buds with Ernie and Lucy. We don't see Nick introducing Jess to Jane as they filmed the scenes separately, but we are led to believe that the introduction did take place, as we later see the 2 ladies in action together, seemingly somewhat familiar with each other. Did you guys watch the first crossover event? What did you think? Give us your opinions below, and what you expect from the second event next month. Next up, an old NCIS favorite has paid tribute to Olivia Newton-John. Stay tuned. Grease star Olivia Newton-John sadly passed away yesterday, August 8th, and the show business world has paid tribute to the talented singer and actress. Among those paying respects was one of NCIS's own, Paulie Perrette, who played Abby Shiudo for the first 15 seasons. Paulie sent a heartfelt message to the legendary entertainer, who was, as we know, heavily involved in charity work. One of the projects she often helped out with is one that is close to Perrette's own heart, known as Project Angel Food. The charity helps deliver food to seriously ill people in and around LA, and Perrette acknowledged Olivia's work with the organization when paying tribute to the late star. She wrote on Twitter, "Oh, #Olivia Newton-John. Such a lovely lady in every way, and a great supporter of us at Pro Angel Food. She will be so missed. Such a bright light." She also posted a couple of pictures with the star from from when they met through the charity. But she wasn't alone. John Travolta, who starred alongside Newton-John in the hit movie Grease, which arguably launched both of their careers, said, "My dearest Olivia, you made all of our lives so much better. Your impact was incredible. I love you so much. We will see you down the road, and we will all be together again." Travolta then wrote that he was yours from the first moment I saw you. Before signing off, "You're Danny, you're John." So sad. We're discussing some of the show's faux pas, so stay with us. Of course, with most shows, viewers have to suspend disbelief, but some fans have called out NCIS for pushing the boundaries a little too much. Mark Harmon played a star of the show, Leroy Jethro Gibbs, for the first 19 seasons, but some have suggested he was a little too heavy-handed with subordinates. I mean, lawsuit anyone? And how about Abby and Ducky? While they seem to be professional-ish, more on that in a sec, there is no way they could get a sample processed that quickly. Also, the pair probably wouldn't even work so closely with field agents. Yes, medical examiners and forensic analysts are of course real jobs, but they wouldn't have direct lines of communication with NCIS agents, for example. There would also be a whole team of forensic scientists and medical examiners, not just one of each. Of course, it's necessary for the sake of the show to exaggerate this aspect, but it doesn't have much basis in reality. This also brings us to Ducky, who seems to commit some pretty egregious errors on the regular. He can often be seen contaminating a lab or spreading around unsafe materials. He does this in the Sub Rosa episode when he walks in on Abby's area of the lab covered in blood. Come on, Ducky. What mistakes have you guys noticed on NCIS? Let us know what you've spied below. And finally, news of another spinoff. Stay tuned. Earlier this year, it was announced that NCIS would be traveling down under for the first spinoff outside the U.S. But what exactly do we know about the fourth spinoff? Well, it was announced back in February of this year that it would be produced by the same producer in charge of the NCIS Los Angeles show, Shane Brennan. So far, there is no exact release date for the show, but the network has confirmed that it will appear sometime in 2023. Of course, this could mean any time within the year, but we would tend to think it would probably be somewhere towards the latter part of the year, in conjunction with the main show's regular release date of autumn in the Northern Hemisphere. It is thought that the show will follow a similar plot to the main show and the spin-offs, but of course, it will always be slightly different in some of the procedural bits and pieces, given the fact that it's set in a completely different country. Chief Content Officer and Executive VP of Viacom CBS Australia recently said, "We are thrilled to welcome the inaugural international series of NCIS to Australian shores," before going on to say, "It is such a privilege to be able to continue the legacy of such a wonderful show and incorporate the superior NCIS storytelling while introducing new Australian characters and locations. We can't wait to get production underway." Will you guys be tuning in for this one? As always, thanks for dropping in on us today. And remember to join us again next time for some more fun reveals. And why not do us a solid by liking today's video while also sharing it with any avid NCIS fans you might know of. Bye, guys.